In this tutorial, we will learn how to express one number as a percentage of another. For example, if I ask you to express 21 out of 70 as a percentage, this is how you should do it. Write 21 out of 70 as a fraction, and then multiply by 100. Now with fractions we can cross simplify. So 70 and 100 has got 10 as a common factor, so I can divide 10 or divide both the numbers by 10, and that means crossing out 1 0 from each of them. Now I see the denominator 7 and 21 can be simplified. 7 can go into itself once, and 7 will go into 21 thrice or 3 times. Now multiplying the numerator across, 3 times 10 is 30, 1 times 1 is 1. I don't have to write that down, and just leave it as 30%. Let's look at another example. So let's call this example 1. We'll look at another example, and let's say express as a percentage 36 centimeters of 1.2 meters. Now watch carefully. In this particular question we've got two different units, so we'll have to make sure when we're calculating or doing the working out, the units are the same. So we'll do exactly the same as what we did here. We'll write down this as a fraction. So 36 centimeters upon 1.2 meter is same as 120 centimeters. So I'll make sure both of them are centimeters, and then you just multiply by 100. And simplifying that by crossing the zeros off, 12 and 36 has got 12 a common number. 12 will go into itself 1, 12 will go into 36 thrice, and then you take 3, multiply by 10, we get 30%. 1 times 1 is 1, so upon 1 we don't write that. Next we learn how to find the percentage of a quantity. To find the percentage of an amount, write the percentage as a fraction or a decimal, then multiply by the amount. For example, if I ask you to find 28% of $40, then you need to write down these 28% as a fraction or decimal, then you multiply it by the amount, which is $40. So 28 as a fraction would be that, or you can write it as a decimal as well, which is 0.28. But let's do that, and then you multiply it by the amount. So what we can do in this case, we can simplify by getting rid of those zeros, and then we can multiply the numerators across. 4 times 8 is 32, 33, 4 2 is 8, 19, 11, and 10 times 1 is 10, so it's 112 divided by 10 becomes 11.2, and because we are dealing with dollars here, that actually is $11.20. Let's have a look at this next question. It says find 100% of a quantity given that 45% of it is 5.65. Now this question is a bit different from the one we have on top here. On the one on top, we already know the 100%. In this case it was $40, and that's the total amount, and out of that total amount we are finding 28% of it. But in this question we know the answer. The answer is 5.65. It says 100% of a quantity, given that 45% of that 100% is 5.65. So putting this question in that particular format, this format which is on top here, it would be like this: 45%, and remember it was 28%, so we put it out of 100, of a particular 100% which we don't know is equal to 5.65. So find the 100% of a particular quantity given that 45% of it is 5.65. So let's say this 100% was x, which we don't know, and we need to find that. So let's simplify this and write it as a decimal. 45 divided by 100 is 0.45. Multiply by x equals 5.65. Now 0.45 times x is 0.45x. That equals 5.65. Now at the end we just want x equals the answer. So x should be the only thing on the left hand side of the equal sign, and on the right hand side of the equal sign we will have the answer, whatever it is. We don't know yet. So what do we need to do? In this particular step here, we need to get rid of that 0.45. If we get rid of that 0.45, then x will be the only thing left on the left hand side. So how do we get rid of the 0.45? We need to send this over to the right hand side. And the rule here is, if we send it over to the right hand side, we have to change the operation. The operation here was multiplication, if you look on top here. So the operation there is multiplication. As soon as I take 0.45 to the right hand side, it becomes a division. So simplifying that out, 5.65 divided by 0.45, we get 12.56. That's our answer.